You replay the conversation over and over. You analyze his tone, the timing of his text, even that emoji he used, and somehow you still don't feel settled. If your brain never shuts off when it comes to your relationship, this episode is for you. Hey, love. Welcome back to Hot Mess to Higher Self, and welcome to episode 10. Can we just take a moment for that? We've officially hit double digits, and I am so grateful you're here. Whether you've been writing with me since day one or you just found the show, I love that our paths crossed. I truly believe the right message finds you exactly when you need it. And today's message? It's for every woman who feels like she's living in her own head, especially when it comes to her relationship. Today, we're talking about overthinking and why it's not a personality trait, it's a nervous system response. It's not because you're too much, too needy, too intense, or crazy. It's because your body has learned that love isn't safe, and your mind is trying to protect you from getting hurt. I've been there, stuck in thought loops, refreshing my phone, dissecting every word in a text, trying to decode mixed signals or convince myself I wasn't imagining it, looking for proof that I was safe, that I was loved, that nothing bad was about to happen, but never actually feeling it. In this episode, we're going to explore where overthinking really comes from, how to interrupt the spiral, and what it actually takes to feel at peace in your relationship. Because you deserve to feel grounded. You deserve to trust your body. And you deserve a love that doesn't feel like a mental war zone. Let's get into it. Let's start by calling it what it is. Overthinking is not you being crazy, it's hypervigilance. It's your brain scanning the room or the relationship for anything that could feel like danger. Most women I work with have no idea they're doing this. They think they're just deep thinkers or really analytical. But what's actually happening is that their nervous system is constantly in threat mode. This isn't logic. This is self protection disguised as logic. It's the mind going, let's look at that conversation one more time just to make sure he wasn't pulling away. Or, let me figure out what that tone meant just in case I need to prepare for rejection. Overthinking is your inner protector trying to keep you emotionally safe. But the truth is, it's exhausting and it rarely gives you the peace you're looking for. I had a client once who told me something that sounded really familiar. She said, when I don't hear from him, it's like my whole body tightens. I can't eat. I refresh his Instagram stories. I stare at our last text, reading it over and over, trying to figure out what I did wrong, even if everything seemed fine. And I felt that because I've been there. That spiral, it isn't about being clingy, it's about survival. Let's zoom out for a second and break this down. When I say you grew up with inconsistent love or emotional unpredictability, I don't mean just chaotic households. I mean, sometimes your parent hugged you, and other times they snapped at you for crying. Sometimes you felt seen and loved, and other times you were ignored, dismissed, or blamed, and no one explained why. One minute you were the favorite, and the next you're walking on eggshells trying to not make them mad. So your body learned love is unstable, connection isn't guaranteed, safety can disappear at any moment. And when you're a kid, that's terrifying. You need love to survive. So your body makes a plan. Okay, I'll just stay alert all the time. I'll monitor everything, their tone, their energy. That way I'll know if something's off before it hurts. That's hypervigilance. That's overthinking. This is not a mindset issue, it's a safety issue. And once you really get that, you stop blaming yourself and you start getting curious. You finally stop trying to fix your thoughts and you start learning how to calm your body. Okay, so now that you understand overthinking isn't who you are, it's something your body learned, let's talk about why it keeps happening even when your relationship seems fine. Your brain won't let you relax because it doesn't trust peace. It's not used to calm. In fact, calm and peace can feel unsafe if you grew up in chaos. That might sound strange, but here's how it works. When you've spent years on edge waiting for the other shoe to drop, your nervous system gets addicted to that pattern of inconsistency. It's like silence means something bad is about to happen. So when things are good, when he's being sweet, present, consistent, Your system goes, "This is too good. Something's off. What am I not seeing?" And boom, your brain goes into hyperdrive. You start scanning. Your brain starts solving problems that don't exist. Maybe you're starting fights in your head because to your body, peace feels like a trap, not a gift. This is why so many women with anxious attachment struggle in relationships that are actually healthy, not because they don't want love, but because their body doesn't know how to receive it. There's also this deep fear of losing control because when you've been blindsided before by rejection or betrayal or abandonment, you start believing if I stay one step ahead of the pain, I can stop it before it happens. That's what the spiral is trying to do. It's trying to protect you from pain, from rejection, from shame. But that cost is high. You lose your peace, you lose your presence, and sometimes you push away the very love you're craving. So, if your brain won't let you rest, please hear this. It's not because you're broken, it's because your body is still bracing for the version of love it used to know. And the good news, that wiring can be healed. You can create a new experience of love, one that doesn't require overthinking to feel safe. Let's take it even deeper because this pattern, this overthinking spiral, didn't start in your last relationship or the one before that. It started when you were little. Maybe you don't even remember it clearly, but your body does. Your nervous system remembers what it was like to be a little girl trying to make sense of confusing love. Maybe you learned that love could be taken away if you said the wrong thing, or that you had to earn attention by being good, or helpful, or quiet, or perfect. Or maybe no one noticed when you were hurting, so you learned to overthink your feelings instead of express them, instead of feeling them. As a child, you didn't have the power to change the situation. So instead, your system developed a survival strategy. Stay alert, stay small, figure it out before something bad happens. Overthinking became your way of staying emotionally safe. You became the little girl who monitored everyone's mood, who studied facial expressions and tones of voice like your life depended on it, because in a way it did. You were constantly reading the room, reading people, reading between the lines, trying to prevent the next wave of pain before it hit. And babe, it worked. It kept you safe in a home where you couldn't fully relax. It helped you survive a world where you didn't feel emotionally held. But now you're a grown woman, and that survival pattern, it's keeping you stuck in relationships that drain you. It's robbing you of the peace you've worked so hard to find. So I want you to take a moment right here, right now, and send love to that little version of you, the one who had to overthink to stay safe, the one who did her best with what she had. Tell her, thank you. You protected me when no one else could, but you don't have to do it all alone anymore. I've got you now. Because healing doesn't mean making that part of you wrong, it means giving her what she never had: safety, presence, and love that doesn't require performance. Okay, now that we've named the spiral and honored where it came from, let's talk about how to interrupt it. Because when you're mid overthinking, like mid spiral, can't breathe, stomach in knots, you don't need a lecture. You need something simple, something that brings you home to your body, something that reminds your system, I'm safe. I'm not that little girl anymore. I don't have to figure this out right now. So, I want to give you a little practice I call the mental anchor. It's a quick pattern interrupt, but it's powerful when you actually use it. Here's how it works. So, step one is label the thought. The very first thing you do is name what's happening. Say it to yourself gently, like you're narrating the moment for a child. This is fear. This is anxiety. This is me trying to control something because I feel unsafe. This is a younger part of me that's scared and looking for reassurance. Labeling your thoughts creates separation between you and the spiral. You are not your anxiety, you're the one witnessing it. And just that little moment of awareness cracks the loop wide open. Step two, place your hand on your heart. Bring your hand to your heart, right over the center of your chest, and take one slow breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. This might sound too simple to work, but your nervous system responds to your own touch. And that breath begins to calm your nervous system. It feels the warmth, the weight, the presence. It says, "Oh, someone's here with me. I'm not alone." And in that moment, you become the thing you always needed, the steady presence, the grounding energy, the one who stays. Step three, ask yourself, what would I need to feel safe right now? Not what should I do or how do I fix this or how can he fix this, but what would help me feel safe in this moment? And let the answer be small. Maybe it's another breath. Maybe it's stepping outside and feeling the sun and having your bare feet in the grass. Maybe it's putting your phone down. Or maybe it's even wrapping yourself in a blanket like a little burrito and whispering, "It's okay, I've got you." Whatever comes through, honor it. Even if it feels silly or insignificant, you're not just calming your mind, you are reparenting the part of you that didn't get comfort when she needed it most. You're teaching her, "I hear you, I see you, and I will not abandon you for a text message or a tone of voice ever again." And the more you do this, the more your body will begin to trust that it's safe to exist without fixing, analyzing, or performing. This is how we start shifting the pattern, not by overanalyzing the spiral, but by anchoring in presence when it begins. So now that your mind is starting to settle, let's bring your energy back into your body because even when your thoughts slow down, sometimes your energy is still floating up in your head or in the past or in what if scenarios, in someone else's emotions. We want to call all of that energy back to you, back into your body, back into your center. So I want to guide you through a really simple energetic grounding practice. It only takes a minute, but it can shift so much. You don't have to be spiritual or experienced or even totally calm to do this. You just have to be willing to try. So, if it feels safe, gently close your eyes. Let your shoulders drop, soften your jaw, relax your forehead, relax your cheeks. Place one hand on your heart and one on your belly, and take a slow, intentional breath in through the nose. Hold and exhale through the mouth. Now, I want you to repeat this phrase either silently or out loud. I don't need to figure it all out to be safe. I don't need to figure it all out to be safe. Breathe into that. Feel your body receive that truth. Let your energy drop down out of your mind, down into your chest, down into your belly, all the way to the ground. And imagine roots growing from your feet into the earth, holding you steady, reminding you that you don't need to solve your way into love. You can sink into it. Let this affirmation be your anchor. I don't need to figure it all out to be safe. Because the truth is, you're allowed to rest. You're allowed to not know. You're allowed to trust your body more than the spiral. And when you do, that's when your frequency shifts. That's when you stop chasing peace and you start embodying it. All right. Now that we've grounded your thoughts and cleared your energy, let's bring it all to the page. Because journaling is more than just writing your feelings, it's a way to give form to the fog, to see the spiral clearly instead of getting lost inside it, to find clarity when your mind feels chaotic. So, here are a few prompts to help you go deeper with everything we've explored today. These aren't surface level, they're designed to help you meet yourself. So, take your time, let it be honest, let it be messy, let it be real. I'll also be including these in the show notes. So if you can't get to it now, you can get to it later. So, prompt one: when I'm overthinking, what am I afraid will happen if I stop? Get honest here. Are you afraid you'll miss something? That something bad will happen? That you'll lose control? This helps you identify the fear under the fear, the root of the spiral. Prompt two: what do I wish he would say or do that I'm trying to find between the lines? Because so often the overthinking is us scanning for hidden meaning. But what we're really craving is clarity, reassurance, emotional safety. This prompt helps you see what your heart is actually asking for. Prompt three: how can I offer that reassurance to myself right now? This is where you take your power back. Instead of waiting for him to text a certain way, instead of needing external cues to feel okay, you become the source of the thing you're craving to create safety from the inside out, not by bypassing your needs, but by meeting them. Let this be your safe space. You don't have to have the perfect answer, you just have to be present with your truth. Because every time you choose self honesty over self abandonment, you reclaim another piece of your power. Okay, babe, here's what I want to leave you with: overthinking is not who you are, it's not your identity, it's not your destiny, it's not some unfixable part of your personality. It's a pattern your body learned to protect you, a pattern born from uncertainty, instability, or emotional chaos, a pattern that served you once but is suffocating you now. And here's the truth: overthinking is not clarity, it's hypervigilance. It's your body whispering, I don't feel safe, so I'll try to predict, control, and decode my way into safety. But you don't need to decode his text to feel okay. You don't need to reanalyze the conversation a million times just to feel safe. You don't need to earn peace by exhausting yourself with mental gymnastics. Peace is not something he gives you, it's something you remember inside your body. It's what naturally rises when you stop abandoning yourself to chase false certainty. So here's your new truth: I don't have to think my way into love. I can feel my way into safety. This is what your healing is about. Not becoming less sensitive or less emotional, but becoming so rooted in your own nervous system that someone else's shift in energy doesn't collapse your world. So if you're spiraling today, come back to your body, anchor in safety, and remind yourself this isn't you being broken. This is you remembering how to feel whole. So here's what we covered today: your overthinking isn't a flaw, it's a nervous system response. It was born from a younger version of you trying to stay safe in unpredictability. You now have tools to interrupt the spiral and come back into your body. And most importantly, you've been reminded that peace is not something you have to earn, it's something you reclaim. You are not broken. You are not crazy. You are not too much. You're someone who learned to stay alert. And now you're learning how to finally relax into love. And if you're ready to go deeper, to actually rewire the patterns that keep you spiraling, my 12-week program, Healing Her, is where we do that work. We dive into nervous system regulation, childhood healing, somatic work, energetic clearing, and learning how to feel safe in your body so you can stop overthinking and start experiencing real grounded love. This isn't just about stopping the thoughts, it's about transforming the entire root system of why they show up in the first place. You don't have to figure it all out alone. You're not meant to. So, If you're ready to feel like a woman who is deeply rooted, emotionally steady, and finally at peace, the link to book a free discovery call is in the show notes. Let's talk about what's really going on underneath your spiral and what freedom could look like on the other side. I'm so proud of you for showing up for yourself today. Take what landed, leave what didn't, and remember, you're not a hot mess. You're just becoming your higher self. See you in the next episode. Love you.